right, shalom. First and foremost, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I give double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching His word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Baith, the Dawada, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. All right. We have a video here. It's entitled White Woman Blew the Lid Off and Exposed the Truth. The powers that be won't like what she said. So basically, Esau Edom is exposing Esau Edom. Okay? That right there just goes to show you, excuse me, just goes to show you that that the devil is getting tired of the devil, so to speak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is using Esau Edom's own people against him. And we all know that the whole world is tired of him. Even his own people, even the lower class Edomites are tired of the elites and their wicked rule. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with this video, and then I'll bring out some scripts. So Lord willing, that it be edifying unto the body. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Right now, it seems like a lot of people are getting this spiritual nudge to just open their mouths and speak the truth. It's like the truth is coming forward so fast you can barely keep up with it. And it's coming from many different directions. Like I said, it feels like there's a spiritual nudging happening right now. I'm going to be sharing with you this message that this woman just spoke. She just blew the lid off of the whole thing, right? And she sums it up very nicely in a very short amount of time, right? She just tells you what's happening in this world, and she touches on the fact that some people pretend like they don't know what the heck's happening, right? But they really do. They try to pretend like they don't know what's happening, but they really do know what's happening, right? So anyway, take a listen. Take a listen at what she's saying here, and of course, I will be right back.
Only reason that white people in the United States, or anywhere we are, in Europe, in Africa, in Australia, in Israel, wherever we are the colonizers. We are the colonizers, and we live at the expense of the assault, Europe's assault on Africa, the kidnapping of African human beings, the trafficking, all of these things that we hear today. This is where it came from. Hundreds of years of assaulting and stealing everything that African people and Africa as a continent had, and putting it into the hands of white people. And so this is why, as the chairman has said, the true class struggle, the true working class in the world is the African and colonized working class. Yeah. Not white people, because all white people, and you know this is true. You and I know this is true. By just living our lives and seeing it, all white people sit on the pedestal, on the backs of African and indigenous people. And, the statistics are that even poor white people have an easier ability in a crisis to raise $3,000 in an emergency than middle-class African people do.
Yep.
Because we live in social wealth.
Okay, so just like I said, this woman just blew the lid off of the whole thing. Now, this information she just shared, we already know. I believe the world already knows it as well. But of course, you have those who want to pretend like they don't know what has happened. She pretty much explained how they have gone into every continent where black people were, and they have taken the resources, they've taken the power, they've colonized, ruled over people, right? What she said cannot be denied. We have seen this happen throughout the world, throughout history. Now, she doesn't sound like she's speaking about it in a prideful way. She's explaining what has happened. And she's basically saying that this is an injustice. This is an injustice that has taken place. And again, you have those who want to pretend like nothing is wrong. It is my belief, and it sounds like her belief as well, that so-called white people know exactly what has happened in this world. That even a poor white person has a better chance at getting some type of help or assistance in troubled times than a person who has more than them, a person that's middle class and black. She's basically saying that the playing field is not level, but you have those who want to pretend that it is. Now, I always like to bring it back to biblical prophecy. The scripture tells us, and I must reiterate because I see from time to time, I get testimonies of those who were not aware of these things. Coming out of Christianity, we were taught one way. We were taught to believe a way that's totally opposite of what the scripture says. But the Bible clearly tells us that we, as the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, are going to be hated of all nations, right? And that we would be treated a certain way, that there would be no regard for the old or the young, right? It says that in the lands of our captivity, that we wouldn't find any ease. So many biblical passages outline what our existence would be in these lands where we have been dispersed, right? And so what this lady is saying basically testifies not just the condition of the 12 tribes, but the global melanated community. More specifically, I'm going to say the global so-called black community, because you do have other regions of the world, like in India, you do have dark-skinned people, but they definitely do not identify as so-called black people, right? And so, that being said, the truth is really coming forward. So many people from so many different walks of life, so many different religious backgrounds, men, women, old and young, are starting to come forward with the truth. And I believe that the Most High is doing this revealing. He's doing this revealing so that those who have had their eyes closed for so long can truly see and gain some understanding as to why things are happening the way they are happening. Certain things that were spoken of biblically wouldn't be understood if you don't understand who the people are. When you begin to connect the dots and say, okay, so this is the history of this group of people. That is the history of that group of people. This is going to be the outcome or the summation of it all. When you begin to sort through all of this, things start to make more sense when you read the Bible. Some things don't make sense when you read certain passages. It becomes lost in translation. But when you begin to put the pieces together, even if it's a piece as small as this, with this woman revealing what has happened in this world and how they have been the colonizers, right? When all of these things and all these pieces come together, biblical prophecy begins to make more and more sense. Keep on living. You're going to get more and more pieces of the puzzle. And then before long, it will all make sense. Anyway, I'm done with this video. Thank you for tuning in. Until the next video, leave your comments, share and like.
All right. So, as you see on screen, there's an Edomite woman that's pretty much, ratting out her own people. And she's telling the truth that her people are the colonizers. They rape, rob, murder, enslave, oppress, and false indoctrinate. Okay. Now, the first scripture I want to get is the book of Micah. It's going to be chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." Verse 2, "And they covet fields, and take them by violence, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." Okay? So this is what Esau Edom does. Okay? He plots. He devises a plot to take over and oppress and enslave and indoctrinate other people, other lands, take away their resources, their culture, everything, and he makes it his own. Okay? He robs other nations of their identity. And like this lady said up here, that even a lower class Edomite is living better than any so-called black or indigenous person. Excuse me. And she's right. Okay? Because this is Esau Edom's time to rule. This is his kingdom. So of course his people, the lower class of his people, are going to have it easier and better than anybody else. Okay? And now let's get to Psalms. It's going to be the book of Psalms, chapter 49. Psalms 49 and 11. And it says, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names." Okay? So, wherever Esau Edom goes, like I say, he takes over, and, he deems it his land. He deems it his territory. He deems it his resources. Basically saying, it's mine, mine, mine. Okay? Esau Edom is that wicked and deceitful oppressor. All right? Now let's see. This is going to be Proverbs. It's going to be Proverbs chapter 14, verse 31. And it says, "He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that nourisheth him hath mercy on the poor." Or he that honoreth him hath mercy on the poor. So, he that oppresseth the poor, shames the one who created him. But he that honoreth him, if you honor the Most High, you would have mercy on the poor. Excuse me. But, Esau Edom's pride won't let him honor the Most High. And he won't have mercy on the poor. He would rather enslave you and put you through hell on a 24-hour 7-day-a-week basis. Okay? This man is wicked and rotten to the core. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. And it says, he that oppresseth the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. Okay? So that's how he is. Oppress the poor to increase his riches. And that's how Esau Edom is. He just keeps taking and taking and taking and never giving back in return. And he that giveth to the rich, share the spoils with other, with his other rich friends, shall surely come to want, come to poverty. Eventually they're going to have nothing. Okay? And now I want to get this script right here. This is going to be Psalms chapter 64. Psalm 64 and 8. And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay? So it's gotten to where even the Edomites are tired of the Edomites. The devils are tired of the devils. And funny enough, is that the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is going to use Esau Edom to ultimately destroy himself. And when you have this devil exposing the truth to the other people about how their people have done nothing but colonize the world wherever they go, that's saying something. That's letting people know that, for once there's actually an honest so-called white person that's, that's speaking out what everyone else is thinking. And more than likely she'll get knocked off, right? Because, that's just how Esau Edom rose. He silences people that speak the truth. So that's what to expect from this cave devil. Now we're gonna get Obadiah. This is gonna be Obadiah verse 6, and it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? Okay. Look at his track record throughout history. Excuse me. Look at his track record throughout history. Look at all of what his people have done. Not just to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, but look what he's done to the other nations. How he's, oppressed them, taken from them. You do your own research and listen to other people and what they're saying. And this lady right here on screen, she's right. We've taken that Esau Edom has taken from everybody. And unlike the narrator of this video says that actually said the scripture said that we would be an oppressed people, the 12 tribes of Israel. We can go to the book of Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. And it says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and a sorrow of mind. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and thou shalt have none assurance of thy life. So being under the boot of all these other nations, we have no ease. We have no rest. As the scripture says, this is not our rest anyway. We're constantly vexed, treated like shit, not getting any kind of respect, even from our own women. Even our own women look down on us. And the two-thirds, they would rather be with these other nations rather than be with their own people. And day after day, day in and day out, we have no assurance of our life. We never know what could happen at any moment to us. We constantly live in fear because we have no power in this society. We have no authority. We have nothing. All right. So that's all I got for this. But yes, so like I said, even other whistleblowers like Dave Hodges, Glenn Beck, Lisa Haven, Justice Knight, some of them could be speckled birds, but who knows, more than likely could be of the wicked seed. But other than that, the Lord's using Esau, even his own people, to expose the elites. So you get the idea. And I hope that this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors and respect to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all Akim that are preaching and teaching this word with 100% truth and sincerity. And unto the men, women, and children that are listening and learning. And unto the Bayath, the Dawadah, the elect house of David that is scattered abroad, I give you my utmost and sincere salutations. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abababal, Shalawam, Barakatham.